Hi everybody, welcome back to Manor and Brass, episode 3 with me, Sid, and I'm going to be recording this episode slightly differently because I've got a lot of things to cover that I've already done, and I've got a lot of things I want to do, and there's quite a lot of building and work to do. So the area out here hasn't really changed much, except that I have got these maple logs growing now, and I have got a touch-based light spell. I've got my workbench. I've got my diggy spell. I've also got a kidnap spell, crystallize, which requires me to carry a diamond, so I probably should be carrying that around. And swapsies with an exchange spell, and also felled oak, which is, well, let me allow me to demonstrate. Boom! It's chopped the tree down. Spell, which is pretty cool. I have combined a number of things, so I now have a power 3 unbreaking 1 bow, and my sword is unbreaking 3 knockback and smite 3, which is actually it's fine for a relatively free sword. So what else have I been doing around the area other than making spells? So I've made spells, I've got various bits and pieces of material cooking up here as well, been sorting my inventory, doing all the things. I have got this, which is a lot of sandstone and sand. We're going to need that. And I've got this, which is a lot of terracotta and some maple logs, which definitely the terracotta will need. I've got the Oculus built now, so we can see my progress. I'm not bum rushing this, and I'm going to be playing with the other things. I've got my spells and my bits and pieces, cooked those up because as they are, they're useless anyway in any other format. I do want to take a couple of those with me. Let me put you away. And I can just throw a few bits and pieces of, not that one, a few bits and pieces of this away because those, okay, maybe I can't throw those away because I'm full. Doesn't matter, we'll carry them around with us. And I did say that I was going to look at this area over here. Now you can see things have changed already over there, and that's why I'm kind of recording this in sections. So, Chateau Lucid. I've leveled this island off a little bit, and I have fully lit it up using standard torches. I've laid out some templates with these blocks here. This is just, rough ideas for where they are. And I have been collecting and processing up stone and dirt and stuff. I've got things that I found from various places, more about that later. Over there, if we just kind of walk out this way, there's a little bit. Now that, when we come out, this is going to be built up and become a road, and it is going to come out over a bridge, and it's going to connect up onto that island, which is all now fully lit as well. So this and this are fully spawn proof, fully lit, and everything is good. The last thing over here that I have done is I'm going to need a lot of wheat, but I also want this to be like a settlement. Now, one of the things you're going to need in a settlement is food production. So I've started landscaping. Let me just get over here. I've started landscaping this lot and leveling it off and pulling it back. I've got that block there to fill in. I've leveled this off. I've brought this up over here. There's more about this in a moment. This well, which is just innocuously sitting there, so we're going to have a path coming around here. We're going to have more fields, and this well is actually an access into a flooded cave system. So thought rather than hide it all, oops, let's make it an access point. This wheat farm is, I think, fully spawn proof. It's a bit more hard to tell. It is fully hydrated. I've been using, if I can see one, there's one there, dirt brick stairs from Quark upside down, and them waterlogged as my fuel water sources, and that allows me to hide the water quite nicely away under trees, hay bales, more trees. There's some under the grounds here, there's some under that tree, there's some under there. It basically makes everything nice. So that's kind of where we are. I've also got a very runny nose. I had some southern fried chicken fillets for tea, and I put some hot sauce on them, and it was a bit hotter than my usual hot sauce, and it's given me a bit of a runny nose. So just very briefly, in addition to all of that, I can now move over to the Dacite Shore, which compared to where I am is over there. It's a leapfrog point because we're going to come to here. This is Skelly spawner, and currently this isn't very good, but I've got a skeleton spawner. It's on one of the boats, and I've just blocked it in, and we can. Now the problem with this is the buggers can shoot me, and I have to hit them quite a bit to kill them. So I do need to make this better, but by leapfrogging the spawners, that means I can then get out to the desert where I've been harvesting sand. And also, while I was over in the desert, I have done a little bit more exploration up here. There's nothing overly major. There's a swamp which I've marked on the map and I can teleport to. There's a mesa there which we can teleport to, which is where I can get my terracotta from. There is a floating island there which we will look at some point, but not today. So yeah, it's a matter of saving myself the levels by leapfrogging myself along. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get to put you in there. In fact, I've got a quiver from some skeletons. In fact, I've got quite a few quivers. Got another one there. Yeah, seeds are present inside. Okay, well, I really don't care about seeds right now. What I do care about, actually, and I think I haven't got a huge amount of that, is we're going to need a lot of blue dye, which is why I want the Skelly spawner, because, you know, Skelly spawners, quite a thing. But the thing with Britannia is it's always had this ability to plant petals and grow them up into full-fledged flowers, which you can then break down like so, and that's the end of my bone meal, unfortunately. Or at least the end of the bone meal I've got here. So, but as long as I keep one of these in my chest, then the rest of these can quite easily become 60 mystical blue flowers, and that will become 60 blue dye, which we can then use. So, you know, I was playing around with light blue as well, just to see what colours I liked. Anyway, so the net effect is what I want to be able to do is, let me sleep the night away. I don't desperately need to. We are safe on this island. So I want to be able to progress some of this build. I'm not expecting to finish the build in one go. It is a massive build. I've done a whole load of creative testing just to make sure that it works the way I think it is. It does and looks the way I think it does. I've had to make some adjustments. This wasn't here before. On my creative testing, this corridor came off of here and went down there, so I think I was about 30 blocks too wide to fit on this island like this. So what we are going to want to do is we are going to want to grab our stuff. I'm going to grab some of you, and we are going to turn you into probably. Now I need to check smooth. If I want smooth sandstone, do I need to cook it? I think that's what I need to do, isn't it? I need slabs or cooking. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Well, we'll start off with this, like so, and we're going to make some of these, and then we are going to use our spell that we created, the Swapsies spell, and just do this. And this entire row here I'll come around here. I'm going to need more to this. He's going to be made up of sandstone. Now, the style of build that I'm aiming for is reminiscent of a French chateau stroke castle. Much more home castle, much less castle. Oops, and I'm out of things. And that, obviously, that's a much easier way than breaking them and replacing them, so works for me. I'm happy with that. Let me grab a couple or more of those. I'm going to need at least that many, I suspect. And we're going to go through, and I'm going to start off by swapping out this entire bottom row into thing that needs to move as well. So I'm in two minds where to place it, but I think it is going to go into this spot here. Chateau. I don't know whether to capital Le Cid. There we go. Is that spelt right? I have no idea. But that then means that we can get this. That comes down like so. That comes over there. Yeah, that's that. And then it's a matter of continue replacing the blocks for all of these structures out here to start off with. So we'll get that done. Be back in a sec. Alright, that is that. Now the next thing I am going to need, I'm going to need a couple of logs for starters. What have I got kicking around that I can utilise? I've got some maple, so I think I've got some more in this crate here. There's another one, so two maple and a third one because I'm going to need a crafting table, which hopefully that will work. So the chipped mod has this rather nice, it needs to be a vanilla crafting table. I don't believe that, but fortunately, because I don't really need that one, let me go back and try that again. Oops, hello. We should have everything now. I can pop that little bit of clay away out of the way, and the chipped mod. I love these tables. These are really nice. Allows me to create all of the chisel textures, including some that quite a few that I will be using, to be honest. Sanded, so that will be getting used. Now the one I want right now is that one. And I'm trying to remember how tall I made the doorway. I think it was 3. Did I go 3 high or 4 high on that? I might need to jump out to my creative test world. As I say, I built a lot of this in creative test, so we've got quite a lot going on there with that stuff, basically, just to make this. So this is going to be like a big portico. We're going to have the door coming in here. We need to obviously do something with the ground, and that's all going to look nice and as well. I just need to probably double check a few numbers on my thing, and I'm short of loading another PC up or something, then it's easier just to jump over. So yeah, I'm going to jump off, double check a few things. I'm probably going to get the layer of this down, maybe just for this part. We'll come back to those later. This is a massive build, and it's not going to be something that's done quickly. So I'll get this part laid down, go over what my designs are, and well, I'll be back in a short while. Okay, making steady progress. Takes something that's a lot easier building this in creative. I suppose that makes sense. But yeah, we need something else making. I just need to throw you together, because I need to use, again, we're using the chipped mod, and we're actually going to use some of this fancy glass paint here. I need to go and get you, and oh, I need some logs. Hang on. What have I got? Lots of maple. That's what I've got lots of. So one of those, and we'll pop you down there. That's our nice little glass blowers table, which I should have. Not really enough to. Well, I suppose I can do. Right. Let's not get carried away. Cyan. We've got this light blue. Let me just have a look at. Light blue and cyan, they're very close together. Let's just go with just 8 of those for now. That should keep me ticking. And while we're at it, we'll make 8 of those, and those will make me 16 of those, and that will go in there, and primarily go with raster, but 1, 2, 3, 4, and a couple of those. So those can be, doesn't matter, circular. I think that's pretty much what I did, and then square. And the windows, all of these windows down here, and also these doors up here, are all kind of done in this fashion. So, you know, we can mix and match these up quite easily to give you that old open door effect. Let me get the rasters, raster again. Let's have that in. 1 of those, 2 of those, in fact, why not? And there is that. So 16 was enough to do both of those, which is absolutely spot on. We'll do the rest of the glass, but that just kind of throws the colour in. Again, we've got these are maple buttons. They just kind of pop against that background a little bit more. Now the other thing we've got going on in here, which is some of the blue dye, and now what I need to do, let's just do this, I think, no, how? There is a terracotta probably past all of this lot. I'll have to get into the quark stuff. And there is a reason why I'm looking at the quark. This one, this shingles. So it's 2 to 2. And we are there, so I can do that. I can take you like so. It gives us this nice purpley blue colour. We can take... Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. Can I? It's nothing, I don't think, unless... No, you're not going to let me, are you? Damn it. Oh well. That was a waste of dye, but it doesn't matter. We'll live. It's that one we need. Now I'd originally gone with a different block for this, and I changed my mind at the last minute, and so I haven't actually tested this one as a block. It might be too much, in which case I'm going to have to go the other route, which will require me to have considerably more villager trading before I get to that step. This is where it becomes tricky. But this is basically the roof shape. So, you know, we're up a block and in at this step. I think that's right. Yep. And therefore the only real question is this the material I want to make it out of? Let's just go and have a peek. Oh yeah, I actually like that more than the blue that I used. It's going to take a little getting used to. I also need to build in some, there's a skylight in the top there that I've missed. Right, let me continue. You can see the kind of things I'm throwing in there, and I'll be back in a bit. Alright, it's been many hours since I last recorded the last segment. I have been building, I've gone through about 2, maybe 3 double chests of sandstone, couple, 1.5 of terracotta with dye. I've had to go and rejig my mob farm, which I will show you in a moment. Ignore that, there was no traders were harmed in the making of this whatsoever, but they did sell me some saplings I'm going to play with before I dispense with their services. Before we go any further, however, I need to make something. If I can get there you go, smithing table, and we are going to combine these to get a furniture station from Fantasy's Furniture. It's nothing overly fancy, but let me try and show you, because I've been making all of these I've got a carpenter's station, the mason's glass, tinker's station, but over here, if I can come out this way a little bit before I do a grand reveal, I got a little bit further than I wanted. I wasn't going to do the end wing bits permanently, but I got carried away, and there you go. That is the back half. Now we're going to have a wing come out here with an archway that runs out there. We're going to have a wing come out here, and we're going to have something coming over here. Courtyard here, big fountain in the middle, lots of stuff, plants, greenery, blah blah blah. All Good. Now, interior-wise, I've done this area, but that is ignore the ceilings. The floors are not done. It's all dirt. I've blocked these off just to make these spawn safe and sealed. The down into the cellar area, which will probably be my storage area. I'm not 100% certain on that. Not done. One of these wings is going to be the ritual area for the magic, so that's going to be a thing, and I need to work out what I'm going to do here, whether I'm going to bring that out, bring this down. Obviously that's stripped ebony, soapstone, and up here it's more of the same really. It's just messy. This is going to come out and be replaced by something nice. Well, I haven't done any interior walls yet, so I don't know exactly what everything's going to be yet. This area here we need to put a roof on. This needs a roof. This needs some access to get up to this little room here. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that. Probably some kind of spirally staircase here and take us up to the top. But I'm really happy with it. I've used, you probably can't see, but up there is some glow lichen, just to make those spawn proof. And at the back, which I didn't talk about, is this patio area. So we've got a patio overlooking our wheat field, needs to be harvested, and that is going to come down like this into a bit of garden with, there's going to be a dock there, there's going to be a dock here. I need to do something with these walls. I need to strip that back, make this all a little bit more thing, but I need to finish off that little feature right there needs to be on, but I really have used virtually every bit of sand I mined. Again, I did think about a window there, and I could do a round window, but if I do a round window I'm going to struggle to get a stairwell up to the top there, and we need to do something out here for lighting, and that is where this comes in. Because I want to have an experiment. It takes wool, planks, and any cobblestone. So, not wool, clay. So first things first, let's just go and borrow a little clay from the area. And how much have I got there? 44. Not a lot, is it? I don't know how far this goes either, so let me just... Hello! Smite and knockback. He just sorts these guys out, no problem. Right. Let's... there's a bit there. We'll have that too then. I mean, there's plenty about, and to be fair, I will probably go and mine this somewhere else rather than... Is that 64? Yeah, 64. Right, let's go back and see what we can come up with. So I'm really pleased with that. That represents a lot of time. I'm glad in some respects that I did a creative build of it first. I changed the tiles up. The purple is definitely more me. The downside to those is the blue tiles I used had mossy variants, cracked variants, so I had a little bit more flex to do it. I still need to put a bit of texture in this, which, you know, that's a thing. Let me just use a bit of this dark oak. Actually, let's just check. Will you take ebony? Because I've got plenty of it. You will. Okay. Oh, but you don't keep it. That's bloody annoying. Okay, well, let's just come in here and go like that. And then we can basically start picking stuff for our decoration. I mean, you know, if it was still Christmas, we've got all of that. We've got platters, food, lots of really wither skull blossoms. If I were doing an undead build thing, this would be actually ideal, but I'm probably not. Nordic are nice. The one I quite like is the Venthyr, because you've got, they're actually very cheap, possibly too cheap if I'm being honest. And a couple of those. Anything, you've got the chandelier, which, yeah, that'll probably come in somewhere, I'm sure, but double doors. The beds you can't sleep on, that's a thing. There's a bookshelf. There's a lot of just nice stuff. It is a really nice modern Necrolord chair, evil boss chair, otherwise known as. And what did I want? It's not pillar, it's post, isn't it? I think. No, maybe it is pillar. Looks like Birch has managed to breed an animal. Okay. Smooth stone in a cutter. Oh, come on, I know I've got a little bit somewhere, surely. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just do those for now. To make that. Oh, God. Yeah, it can take a while. But, right. Let me see. About there. There, perhaps. Does that look weird? I mean, it's properly illuminated, which is the thing. I'm just wondering whether I'd be better off. Can you make an ebony... you can make an ebony fence. Okay. So let's just try something. That works better. Yeah, I like that. And then you've got these as well for the interior. We don't need it because there's light underneath there, but I'm not a big fan of having illumination with no explanation, I suppose, is probably as good a word as any. I'm just going to dump that in there for now. In fact, I'll also dump all of that in there along with those and all of that and that. I've got so much crap here now, it's untrue. Lanterns, they can go in as well. So that's roughly what I'm intending to do. Now I will continue doing the floors. I'm going to mix. I'm going to keep a trim of this. Do I need another waystone? Oops. I'm going to keep on putting the trim around, and I'm going to use variations, probably a parquet floor in there. I've got to work out what I want to do down there, and I'm going to have a separate. So we're going to have a floor up here, but we're also going to have a half slab ceiling, so we can have a different texture. That I'm going to do off camera between episodes because there's a lot of stuff going on here. But let me go off to Dacite Shore to start off with. And let me turn that off. See, Dacite Shore that also has... No, it has the white sand, doesn't it? Wasn't sure whether that was the one that had the calcite. Hard to tell. From here we're going to go to Skelly Spawner, and now this is the ugliest mob farm I've ever built. The exterior of it is vile. Water flow drops them down here. They drop into a water flow. They give each other a little nudge and they do the moving. They come over here up a water elevator with soul sand, and with the one piece of soul sand I had, and then when you get to here, they are a one-hit kill. At the moment I don't have any looting, so you know we are a little bit limited. And of course we do have to wait for them sometimes to move into the water flows. It is by no means a perfect system, but it gets me bones, which gets me the right blue dye, because I'm going to need a lot more of that. And yeah, it kind of relies on to jostle a bit at the bottom. Unfortunately, I didn't faff around enough with the water flows realistically to handle that. So here we go. And sometimes I get one that doesn't die, and I don't know why that is. But you can hop up, grab all those things. I'm now full in that quiver. I've got a few. I'm getting more bundles than I know what to do with. I've got more quivers than I know what to do with. They're not stacking very well either, which... And of course you get bows as well, so, it's all a bonus really, isn't it? And, yeah, I mean, that's it. It really is nothing more complicated than that. So it does the job. It could probably be improved significantly. Let's just have a look. Where am I and what's in the area over here? Not much down there. Just seeing if there's anything. I mean, there's that flotilla of boats down there, but yeah, I feel that is. That's interesting. There's a village up there that looks quite nice. How far is it to wood? Is it? It's probably a boat job. Let's just have a wander over there and see what's going on. But as far as building's concerned, I'm more or less done with it for this episode because, oh man, I've been going for a long time. And as I was saying, it was definitely beneficial to build the thing in creative. I say the variations on what I did in creative to things, but that's exactly as it should be. Things change. The downside to doing it in creative first, and this is something I never really thought of, but it must be quite a bind for any of the for want of a better word, professional YouTubers who do. I mean, you can imagine is building it twice means you build it twice. So the second time you build it, you've already built it. It's kind of loses an element of interest. What is that? Oh, it's a ruin. Haha. Oh, come on. A ruin and another with a ruin and a ruin. Hello. Now, where did I see? I thought I saw. There it is. Look at the C3. That's actually not bad. I mean, I think that is the only structure here. Oh, no, there's quite a few. Quite a few. Right, I think I can cope with a couple of drowned. Because that's all, and certainly when they're not trident throwers. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I think these charms are a little bit overpowered. I also think they are fun. Buried treasure map, we might as well take it. So, you know, I've said this before, the purpose of playing a game is to have fun on Breaking 3. It's a bit of combinationable stuff over there, but is that all of the... I think it is. Alright, well, we can go and have a little swim around down here. Oh, hello. It's not all of it because... Wow. Underground. Okay, well, what else? Another buried treasure map. I'd probably be the same one. In my experience, you very rarely get two licks of the same lolly. What was that? Limestone from quark. That one thing that I would like. Okay, well, let's have a look. Oh man, more bundles. These things. Okay, so if I'm facing north, I'm north of there. I would say it's somewhere down there. What about you? Are you a different one? No, you are the same. Okay. Right, let's go and do this village. That village was what I said I was going to have a look at. Let's go and have a look at it, and then we'll go and get that treasure map. And then I will probably call this episode an episode, because it is getting on. But these, I have, I can't remember the mod now, but it basically gives you more village structures and towns. And this is actually impressive. Gimme. Right. I mean, white concrete is definitely a pretty township. Oh, don't mind if I do. Don't mind me's, sirs. We'll just help ourselves to a little bit of your hard-earned gold. Actually, they don't care because they prefer emeralds. At least it helps if you tell yourself that anyway. And biggies. Okay. That is some nice structuring going on here. Come on, let me sleep. Tempted to nick the lanterns, but they're not that expensive. And ooh, hello. Bit of lunch. 4 books. Don't mind if I do. going to need a lot of them. Probably want that as well if I'm going to be exploiting villagers in the future. I mean, you know, villager trading. Sorry, I didn't mean to say exploiting villagers. That what will you? Oh, hello. Sorry, sir. That was my mistake. I'll fix that for you. Yeah, he's looking at me now. And I don't blame him. I mean, I've just literally blown a hole in his wall, so. But this is a pretty village. I'm curious as to what some of these other structures have got in them. Because there's a Johnny in there. Okay, Oi, idiot. You can't get out that way. Oh, he might be able to get out that way. Do you mind? Oh, they all want to come in now, don't they? Now Johnny's dealt with. Another bundle. More string. I do need to start putting a little bit of this away. These bundles are. I'm still in two minds about them, to be honest. But doesn't matter. Let's. Oh, get out my face! What was that? Shadow step. Okay. Ink. Yeah, I play 7 Days to Die. That's a standard trick in that game. Those birds are particularly melodic as well. Right, good grief, how many? Right, what have we got? Another book, more ink, capacity and sharpness, and don't need it, it's wasted on me that. Right, anyway. They're obviously so glad to have that building back because they couldn't use it. That's at least that's what I'm telling myself anyway. There you go. Right, let's have a look. This must be yes. Oh, hello. Mine. The Glowberry Church, I would say. Mine. Sorry, priestly person, but my need is greater than yours. I feel kind of rotten sometimes looting these things, but at the end of the day, this is what they're for. So, wow, this is just continues. There's more up there. Sorry, I may have wrecked. Oh, wow, and right up to having a I'm gonna have the jukebox. I mean, they cost a diamond, so right. Let's. Oh, there's nothing worthwhile. But yeah, these are really nicely done. Again, I think there needs to be Oh wow, that's a butcher. Quite interesting use of glazed terracotta. Yeah, I'll take those. Now my plan for my area is that I am going to have areas set up similar to this kind of idea. So we'll have a town. All of my villagers will trade in said town, and they will have their little places in the town. I will probably use a bit of trickery to lock them in place so they don't go wandering around, because that would be painful. I like villagers. I don't like their tendency to want to walk about. Plus, of course, you know, the moment they go walkabout, they become a little bit of fodder for whoever wants to. I mean, I could grab all that wheat, but I'm going to have so much wheat. What is going on here? Good grief. It's like a workstation festival. Okay, let's have a look in this one. Couple of emeralds, and we'll stock up to full on the bread. Right. But these are really nicely done. Anyway, I could gush about how nicely done things are till the cows come home. But yeah, okay. Oh, and it's raining. Lovely. The one drawback to server play, their rain is relentless. Something very dark over there. Oh, it's a blossom. Yeah. It's a quark tree. But there is still a little bit of something just on the other side there as well. That's not going to help. That's going to hurt. Which we'll quickly do. And then we'll head over and I'll try and find that treasure. I'll be back in a mo. Alright, we're at the treasure. And it's the one I found before. Rubbish. Right, let's have a look. Where am I? I'm here and I need to get home. It's that way. So, yeah, that was a bust. But I think that's probably going to call it for this episode. I'm going to continue working a bit on the interior of the island, a little bit of the landscaping and stuff, but I'm probably not going to do. I'm going to try and just hold my. The problem is I've got one episode a week currently, and I've got so many things I want to do. I'm just enjoying myself too much. So yeah, that's a bit of a first world problem, isn't it? I'm enjoying myself too much, but there you go. It's just the way it is. So let's head into our thing. I've not seen this from a perspective of coming in from the outside to the sea, so other than the ones when I came in the first time. As I say, there's a little bit of trimming to do there, but I think this is going to be a good settlement. I mean, I don't need to trim that out. It just doesn't make sense if I do a boat build, for example. But that will be the main island for the town, and there'll be lots of small structures there. We'll possibly put a few small structures there, and we'll kidnap an awful lot of villagers from the surrounding villages. Sorry, crystallise. And this is it as you come in. Now we need to sort out this brown horrible dirt thing, but that's going to be easier done once we've got more of it done, and I'm really pleased with that. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon, and bye for now.